Hello, my name is Owen, and today I'm excited to present my final video essay on the food culture of Madrid. Throughout my life and time in Spain, I have grown passionate about food studies, learning how it shapes society and identity. The cultural norms around eating in Madrid were probably one of my first and ultimately biggest culture shocks, revealing that food is not just a necessity, but a window into a place's values, traditions, and social dynamics. Through my personal experiences living here and through course readings, I have explored how food in Madrid connects with cultural identity and serves as an intersection between facets like race, gender, and socioeconomic status, and how these factors shape the way people eat and relate to each other. A food culture encompasses the shared practices, beliefs, and traditions around food, reflecting not just what, but how and why people eat, shaped by historical, social, and economic forces. By analyzing local dining practices, my goal is to answer two key questions. What defines Madrid's food culture, and what factors have shaped its evolution over time? Through my exploration of the neighborhoods Salamanca and Lavapiés, I aim to uncover how the culinary experiences in these areas reflect Madrid's socioeconomic diversity, historical influences, and globalization. My journey to explore Madrid's food culture began in Lavapiés. Lavapiés, one of Madrid's oldest districts with working class roots and a history of international immigration, is now a vibrant multicultural hub where traditional Spanish culture blends with global influences, especially in its diverse food scene. From Senegalese to Thai, the neighborhood seems to encompass a wide range of cultures, each represented through its food. This past week, I had the pleasure of dining at the Indian restaurant Moharaj. During my time exploring Lavapiés, I quickly became aware of the prominence of Indian cuisine and thus community in the area. One evening, my friends and I couldn't find Moharaj despite our reservation, so we asked the host of a nearby Indian restaurant for directions. Instead of the tension that we anticipated because of the competing businesses, he kindly directed us to Moharaj and encouraged us to visit his friends there. This small act of hospitality speaks volumes about the strong sense of community in Lavapiés. The restaurant itself was modestly sized and not very crowded, but the clientele appeared to be locals, creating a warm, homey atmosphere. Sharing a family-style meal with friends, I felt a strong sense of connection and tradition. The staff's warmth and generosity, offering free drinks and making us feel welcome, left me eager to return. Later, I had another great experience at the nearby Arabic restaurant La Princesa Árabe. Lavapiés is home to a large North African and Mediterranean population, and this restaurant is a prime example of cultural exchange. We arrived for dinner at 7:30 to find the kitchen still closed, which, while typical of Madrid, reflects the broader Spanish connection to meal times and how timing shapes the dining culture. La Princesa Árabe offered more traditional dishes, and we were able to enjoy a variety, including mint tea, couscous, and beef maklova. Some friends and I recently traveled to Morocco, and this food transported us right back to Marrakesh. This sense of authenticity highlighted the vast scope of Madrid's food scene. Despite Spain's geographic distance from the Arab world, the cultural connection feels remarkably close. Despite being full, we were pleasantly surprised by the affordability, which highlighted the inclusivity of Madrid's food culture and contrasted with the expensive, small portion meals shown in our class videos on Catalonian gastrotourism. La Princesa Árabe not only caters to outsiders exploring Arabic food and culture, but also serves as a cultural bridge, offering immigrants and visitors from those countries a taste of home and strengthening Madrid's connection to the international community. My exploration of the dining culture in El Barrio de Salamanca painted a very different picture from Lavapiés. Salamanca is a wealthy neighborhood with elegant streets that remind me of New York's Fifth Avenue or the Upper East Side. Its glamorous reputation draws in many tourists and hosts a plethora of upscale restaurants. My first impression of the area's food scene came from dining at Restaurante Ultramarinos Quintin, a Spanish farm-to-table restaurant that was both delicious and expensive. I visited to celebrate a friend's birthday and quickly realized I wasn't alone. The bustling restaurant, with its Manhattan-like ambiance, was filled with very lavish-looking people. My friend, traveling from Paris, had chosen it after hearing much about it. The elevated takes on traditional dishes like croquetas and garlic shrimp were amazing, and I felt excited to be in such a sceney restaurant surrounded by people bonding over food. This reflects a trend discussed in our Catalanidad in the Kitchen reading, where the rise of dining out signals a shift towards valuing food culture, particularly in organic and sustainable restaurants, even at higher prices. Unlike my experience in Lavapiés, the dining here wasn't family style. While Spanish culture is often associated with shared meals, this restaurant emphasized individual orders. This subtle shift made me realize how much the communal meals in Lavapiés contributed to my enjoyment, an aspect of Spanish dining culture I hadn't fully appreciated until now. I also dined at La Taberna de Peñalver in Salamanca, which, like Ultramarinos, offered an upscale Spanish dining experience, showcasing traditional cuisine and reinforcing Spain's image as a symbol of prestige. This focus on high-end, authentic Spanish food reflects the conservative traditions still dominant in Madrid's more affluent areas. While I did hear some Spanish being spoken, the presence of English was unmistakable, a clear signal of the neighborhood's appeal to international visitors. This made me reflect on Marca España, the branding of Spanish culture, and the particular image Spain aims to project, especially through its food. Popularization of fine dining spots promotes Spain's economy and shapes global perceptions in a very calculated way. Both restaurants were fantastic, but they underscored how Salamanca's food culture is less diverse and more curated. In my experience, the people at both Salamanca restaurants were predominantly affluent and/or white. While you can find high-quality traditional Spanish food here, the diversity that characterizes Madrid's broader food culture is noticeably absent in this neighborhood. Dining here offers a glimpse into a more homogenous portrayal of Spain, one that privileges a traditional, somewhat elitist view of Spanish cuisine. This experience made me realize how significant the geography of Madrid is in shaping one's food experience. In conclusion, Madrid's food culture is both inclusive and diverse, offering a range of dining experiences from affordable to high-end that reflect the city's rich culinary heritage. While I've been fortunate to experience this firsthand, I recognize that socioeconomic disparities limit access for many. Despite these challenges, Madrid's food scene is a mirror of its cultural diversity, highlighting how food reflects social dynamics, access, and identity. My exploration, though focused on sit-down restaurants, has shown that eating is not merely about sustenance, but a social act shaped by economics, culture, and history. I'm grateful for the insights these experiences have given me, deepening my understanding of how food, our most basic necessity, can both unite and divide us.